Still on the deadly coronavirus as it affects South Africa, we now zoom into some worrying views expressed by citizens based in other parts of China besides Wuhan. This comes after government confirmed it will be acting with urgency to only evacuate those stuck in one province in China. One such disgruntled South African citizen is Linda Makhuvha, who is a teacher stuck in Hubei Province. Linda, now we know that Hubei Province is the epicenter of the outbreak. You are situated, as far as I know, in Xiangyang, which is about 325 kilometers north of Wuhan. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. We are situated in a place called Xiangyang. It's a city, similar to Wuhan in the same province that is mainly affected.
And what is your feeling about the imminent evacuations of South African citizens from Wuhan only?
Yeah, our challenge is that we don't understand why Wuhan is spoken as a separate thing from the province, because the province is Hubei with cities inside, and our city is a city called Xiangyang, which is a city in the Hubei province, the main affected province. And the restrictions are as strict as they are in Wuhan. So it's a city in the same province. So we have the same problems. We are affected the very same way as a person that is in Wuhan.
So tell us a bit more about those problems that you are facing. We understand that restrictions on movement, which we heard from two other South Africans a little bit earlier with Gareth Edwards, you're not allowed to move around, you have limited access to food. Is that the case where you are?
Yes, basically where we are, there is strict restriction and constant monitoring by the police, wherein no one is allowed to travel outside of their houses. We're not allowed to leave our houses. If we do so, we have to make a special request through our employers, which that request, even if it's done, it's a request of food and some nutritions that you would need, but the shops are closed. Every store around us is closed. I remember one time we had to boil water, which is running tap water, which is not suitable at all for us. And we got very diuretic. We had to call an ambulance. The ambulance took hours, and it was so difficult when we got to the hospital. The hospitals were jammed, they were full, and we couldn't get help because there was no water that day, because the shops are closed. There's no one selling now. So that's the main problem. There's no access to food. We cannot move. When we go to hospitals, they are congested, they are full. We cannot even get medical help now because of the seriousness of this outbreak.
Do you have any idea how many South Africans there are in the city that you're living with, or those that you have been in contact with?
In the city that we're in Xiangyang, we have a total of 60 people that are living here.
And have you been in communication with anyone from the embassy with regard to possible evacuation from Xiangyang?
We have been constantly communicating with the embassy of South Africa, requesting that when there is any evacuation plan, we have sent a letter to the office of the president making requests that we would like to be evacuated because conditions are becoming dangerous to our own lives. But responses that we are getting from the South African embassy are always responses that say, we don't know. We don't know if there's a process in place as yet. There is no communication to us if we don't communicate with them. If we don't ask them what's happening, they never get to communicate with us. We are told of a list of people in Wuhan. We are in a social media group with people that are in Wuhan. The list says a number. And you ask yourself, if there's a number that is spoken of 199, which now is 201, and you see the people in the social media group, that would automatically mean that you're excluded, because it's a group of people that have submitted names for requests of evacuation.
Thank you very much for those details. That was Linda Makhuvha, a South African teacher working in Hubei Province in China.